got enemy fighters incoming off to our 11 o'clock. Let's tag them. Wing Commander Biggins is advising us to stay with the ship. Will do, Wing Commander Biggins. Let's use focus as often as we can here. Got a new nav marker. Let's get down to our bombardier, make sure those bomb bay doors are open, and select a stick of bombs. So the idea here is to defend the ship from U-boats. Alright, we've taken out all those fighters. My gunners are doing a fantastic job so far. Hey everybody, Cougar here, getting ready to take on the first critical mission in Bomber Crew. Before we do that, I want to take you to the briefing. And before we take on this critical mission here, I'm going to grind this regular mission for a couple of reasons. One, I want to be able to afford to upgrade my aircraft with a ventral turret, which it does not have right now. Two, this mission offers a bonus perk of lower enemy damage for the next 2 missions. Now you definitely want to get stacking as many of these bonus perks as you can before you take on the critical missions. There's a bonus perk that lowers enemy damage, there's one that lowers enemy flak, that kind of stuff, and they do stack. So right now we're only being offered this one mission, but it does offer the bonus perk of enemy damage down. So let's go ahead and do this mission really quickly, grind this out, and take advantage of that bonus perk. We're on the runway, our pilot is taking off. We're going to lean mixture right away. We are setting up our first waypoint using focus mode. Back to our pilot, raise our gear. Now the cloud cover doesn't look too heavy today, but I think we're going to stay at low altitude for this mission just because it probably is not going to be that hard. And we're over friendly territory, so let's go ahead and speed up time. Actually, instead of speeding up time, let's take a quick look at the extra abilities our crew has unlocked so far. Our pilot is able to execute an emergency dive and a corkscrew maneuver. Our engineer is able to give us a boost or lean fuel mixture. Our navigator has not unlocked any upgrades yet. Our radio operator can radio for recon. Let's go ahead and do that, try to get an idea of what's out in front of us. Our gunners have unlocked the focus ability that will give them better aim for a short period of time. We've got a new nav marker. Our radio recon has come through. New targets have been added to our map, so we can see what the enemy targets look like out there in advance, which is good. You can see that our navigator has unlocked the ability to set manual waypoints. You see that's the purple thing that we have right there. Let's not set one right now since we already have an actual target out in front of us. You can see that there's some flak out there, or some AAA. Let's go ahead and move our bombardier down into the bomb station, move our engineer into the nose guns. We've got enemy fighters coming in to our 2 o'clock. Excuse me, that's 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock even. They're tagged, that's good to go. Our bombardier is going to open the bomb bay doors and select a stick of bombs. As soon as the doors are open, we should get the release cue. It's green to release. We're over our first target, releasing our bombs. Now to the next target. Set that as a recon, as a nav marker. We've got our gunners should be taking out those fighters without too much difficulty, so let's save our focus for now. Our next bombs have been dropped. Let's close our doors. There's an optional recon photograph off over there. Okay, well, what happened there was we got too far out of range, but if we use our manual nav marker, we can set a nav marker out in that direction. We've got more fighters coming in. And more fighters. Those are not tagged either. We're going to have to tag these guys. Before we get to our recon target. Still got plenty of time. There's the recon target. Let's select that so that we get right over it. We can clear our nav our manual nav marker. All of our gunners, or 2 of our gunners have focus. Let's activate their focus to help them take down these fighters a little bit quicker. And we're getting close to our recon target, so let's go ahead and take a photo. Boom. All right, good to go. Now, we've got an electrical failure back here. Let's send our engineer back to take care of that electrical failure, put our bombardier back in the nose guns. We've got another optional recon target here. Let's go ahead and take advantage of this. Our gunner, one of our gunners needs ammo. Get our bombardier back down into the bombardier station so that we can take another photo. Getting a little shut up, but not taking too much damage. Let's get our bombardier back into the nose gun. Actually, he needs ammo. Let's send him back for an ammo resupply. And now set our waypoint back to home. And we got more fighters coming in. They're all tagged. Let's let our gunners take care of those guys. You know what I didn't do in the setup for this mission is I didn't pre-supply my gunners. I should have sent them back for a resupply before we started engaging targets, before we really got started on the mission, so that they started with 3 boxes of ammo instead of 2. I forgot to do that. That was a big oversight. But we're doing okay on this fairly low level, easy to do mission. One of our engines is on fire. We need to get Yogi, our engineer, back at his engineer station so he can extinguish that fire. One of the upgrades I have been able to afford so far is an engine extinguisher, a fire extinguisher on our engines. We've got more fighters up there. I didn't see them just now as I was trying to focus. There they are. Trying to tag them, coming in from a high altitude. That engine fire should be going out now. It is. Let's try to get our waypoint narrowed in here. Our gunners are probably good to focus again. I've sent him back to resupply accidentally. I did not mean to do that. That was my tail gunner, which was stupid because these guys are coming up from our tail right now. And by hitting the wrong button, I've sent... Alright, he's resupplied. He should be engaging these guys, and he's good to focus. So let's focus him. We've got a new waypoint. These fighters are probably going to disengage as we get over friendly territory. I would actually like to take as many of them out before that happens as possible. They've disengaged. Alright, so we lost out on that XP, probably. Unless he changes his mind, because we're still over water. They've changed their mind. They're coming back in for another pass. Alright, got a little XP there. Great shooting, Zudel. Something we hear a lot of in 3-4. Alright, we're back over friendly territory. Those fighters are disengaging. I'm going to select a new nav marker and get our engineer, as long as he's in the seat, to go ahead and use the lean mixture since we're over friendly territory. There's the runway. Alright, that was a successful grind mission. Took out a couple of ammo dumps there along the coast. The reason I did that is because if you see on the bottom of our plane right now, we have no lower turret, no ventral turret, and we want one of those before we take on this critical mission. Also because this grind mission is going to give us the bonus of lowered enemy damage for the next 2 missions, which will encompass the critical mission we're about to take on next. Our dorsal gunner is out of ammo. I'll go ahead and resupply him, even though we're over friendly territory. And lined up, lower our landing gear. Alright, that was a somewhat successful mission. Our crew didn't take too much damage. they're all going to be fine. Mission results were a success. Took out our dumps. And we took 2 optional recon photos. That gives us a big chunk of cash and a big chunk of intel. So good on us. Now we are going to, as soon as we get through this crew status update, looks like our bomber may actually level up here. Yeah, that's good. So he's leveled up. He's unlocked focus for gunning. And advanced first aid is good. But what we're really looking for here, so we've unlocked a bunch of new aircraft upgrades and crew gear upgrades. But what we're really looking for is to go to our aircraft, go to our gun turrets, and can we afford a ventral turret? We can. We can in fact afford a fairly good one. A 3,000 pound Mark II machine gun on the ventral station. Now we should be, we've still got $1,000 left. I wonder if we may want to head to our crew gear and upgrade maybe our engineer with an engineer kit. Let's go to the presets. He cannot afford an engineer set yet, but let's give him a gunner set just because our navigator has the navigator set. All right, that's as much as we can really realistically afford here. So let's go ahead and jump to the briefing and get into the critical mission. The critical mission is Operation Chariot, and we will be supporting a daring commando raid on the impenetrable U-boat base at Saint-Nazaire. They will ram the base in a ship packed with explosives before disembarking and detonating the charges. It'll be quite a show, according to Wing Commander Biggins. Thank you, sir. Let's go ahead and start that mission. Weather's not so great. Wing Commander Biggins is ordering us to head to the commando ship rendezvous point at Falmouth. We will do that. Thank you, Wing Commander Biggins, sir. Our pilot will take off. We will go to our engineer and immediately choose lean mixture to conserve fuel. We can still take off on a lean mixture, so let's take advantage of that and do that. Back to our pilot, raise our landing gear, and now we are heading to our first waypoint. We are over friendly territory, so let's speed up time. One of the abilities that our radio operator has unlocked, again, is radio for recon. Let's wait till we get a little bit closer to the coast, and then radio for... Oop, our electrical system has failed. Let's send Yogi back to repair that. Go ahead and slow down time so it doesn't look quite as silly in marching through the aircraft at that speed. Nav marker. Electrical system is not the end of the world. It does disable the radar, meaning you cannot identify incoming fighters as quickly. But the one you really got to watch out for is the hydraulic system that controls the gun turrets and the bomb bay doors and the landing gear. So if your hydraulics go down, that is a top priority for fixing as quickly as possible. Nav marker. Lean is ready to use again, and our engineer's in his seat, so let's go ahead and use the lean mixture to conserve as much fuel as possible. We are taking the long way around to get to our target here, and you never know what's going to pop up on the way home. We may get optional recon photos offered to us. We may want to take advantage of that. If we do, we will need as much fuel as possible. Go ahead and speed up time since we're over friendly territory. We've got a new nav marker. There is the ship that we're trying to protect. That is the ship loaded with commandos that we need to escort into Saint-Nazaire. So now that we can see the ship, that means we're not too far away from our target. Let's go ahead and put our bombardier down into the bomb station and move our engineer into those front guns. We've got enemy fighters incoming off to our 11 o'clock. Let's tag them. Wing Commander Biggins is advising us to stay with the ship. Will do, Wing Commander Biggins. Let's use focus as often as we can here. Got a new nav marker. Let's get down to our bombardier, make sure those bomb bay doors are open, and select a stick of bombs. So the idea here is to defend the ship from U-boats. Alright, we've taken out all those fighters. My gunners are doing a fantastic job so far. So the idea here is to protect the ship from U-boats until it gets close enough to the target to blow itself up and cause a bit of a commotion. There's our first U-boat. Our radio operator informing us that targets have been spotted at sea level. That would be the U-boat. Now we want to take out these U-boats before they have a chance to launch a torpedo. Boy, it looks like that U-boat saw us coming and submerged. Now we got to turn around and head back to this other U-boat, which is kind of a pain since we're now heading the wrong freaking direction. And we've got new fighters coming in. I can't tag those fighters until I drop this bomb. Alright, there's one. Immediately select a new target. Oh, he's gonna... Yeah, that countdown is a little too much. We're not gonna make it before he launches. Let's see if we can make it before this guy launches his torpedo. Probably can, but just to be safe, let's go ahead and get our engineers in the gun. He's not gonna be able to help us. Select another stick of bombs. Bomb this second U-boat. Get back on a course toward our defense. Wing Commander Biggins says that those other submarines are backing off. Save the rest of your bombs for enemy gun emplacements. Will do, Wing Commander Biggins. That U-boat's submerging. We don't have to worry about him. What we're looking for now are shore emplacements, shore batteries. Enemy fighters spotted on radar. Let's see if we can tag those before this next shore emplacement shows up. Our gunners are probably running a little low on fuel now. The ship is taking fire from enemy guns along the coast. Bomb the emplacements before it takes too much damage. Sounds good. I would love to do that if you would give me an emplacement to bomb. I have no emplacements yet. There's one. Alright, we're on course. We have selected a stick of bombs to use. One of our gunners is out of ammo. Let's send him back for a resupply quickly. Alright, he's engaging, and since he's engaging, let's go ahead and use focus since it's available. Let's focus our tail gunner as well since he's firing. Sounds like they're doing a pretty good job. Got another target coming up here off our nose, and there goes a fighter. Back to our bomb station, and release. And now we got another target here, plus we got more fighters incoming. Where'd those fighters go? They're there. Oh, we got 4 of them. Kinda wishing I hadn't burned my focus ability there. Let's see how these guys do. Oh, they're doing great. Good job, guys. And the ship that we are escorting is still in fairly good... Oh, man, my gunners are doing great work. Select another stick of bombs. Release, and select the next target. Again, our ship is still at half health. He seems to be doing fairly well. He just needs to make it into that port right there. That's Saint-Nazaire. Select our final stick of bombs, release, close the doors, get our engineer back to his station, our gunner back to his station. Our nose gunner is actually running a little low on ammo. Let's send him back to resupply really quickly while things are a little bit quiet. The ship is almost to port, and we've got more fighters coming in. Where are those fighters? way off to our 3 o'clock. Here they come. Alright, they're tagged. Our ship has made it into port. It's about to disgorge its commandos and suicide bomb itself. Fantastic. So, we completed our 2 primary objectives, joining the bomb boat and defending the ship. Now, all that's left is to make it back to base in one piece. Something has been knocked out here. We need to get our engineer Yogi over to repair. Well, it's just the oxygen. Now, the oxygen, we're not even freaking using oxygen at this point because we're still at low level, so that's not the end of the world. Probably should have just ignored that and let my engineer stay where he was. We got more fighters coming in. 3 o'clock high. But we are heading back toward friendly territory. All we need to do is make it to friendly territory, and these fighters will disengage. Alright, our engineer has finished his repairs. Let's get Yogi back to his station in case we take enough damage that one of our engines starts on fire. Now our electrical system has failed. That's not good. Alright, let's send Falter to resupply his ammo and Yogi back to fix the electrical system. We've got an optional recon photo available to us here. We've got fighters at low level. Alright, this is a music fighter. This guy can fire at us from below, so we want to send Zudel down into the ventral gun to engage him. Alright, good job, Zudel. Or that was Falter, sorry. Excellent shooting, Falter. Nicely done. Oh, this is our, we missed our recon photo. We weren't in position to hit that recon photo. Let's see if we can quickly get back and actually take that photo. We would like to take advantage of that as long as we can. But we've got more radars incoming. More fighters on radar. Alright, we're heading back toward that recon photo target. Got a good photo. Let's head back toward our home base now. Once Yogi is done repairing stuff, we need to get him back towards his station so he can engage lean fuel mixture to save fuel. Seems like we're doing okay on fuel. We haven't got any warning messages telling us we're low on fuel yet. Our gunner's focus ability has recharged, so let's go ahead and hit that. Got a new nav marker, but we're heading in generally the right direction, so that's not a priority. Our Falter is out of ammo again. He's reloaded. Now note that our tail gunner has not had to reload. That's because we equipped his gun with an ammo feed belt. The tail gunner is the only gunner who can equip a feed belt. And there go all the fighters. This looks like a successful critical mission, guys. Unless something horrible happens between here and home base. Oh, we are low on fuel. Let's go to lean mixture. We have 17 minutes of fuel remaining on lean mixture. Should be fine. We should be fine. And everybody's healthy. There's no one who desperately needs to head to the medical bed. So let's just make sure we update our nav markers frequently so that we take the most direct route back toward base, because our fuel is running a little bit low. It's not critically low, especially at this lean fuel mixture. In fact, we can even speed up time at this point. I think that's a critical mission completed successfully, guys. there's our runway, sitting up on our final leg. Slow this down to regular time. And go back to our pilot and lower our landing gear. Now, barring anything catastrophic happening between now and touching down on the runway, I would say that is a successful critical mission. Operation Chariot completed successfully. Well done, crew.